He's originally hailing from Puerto Rico, which I'm pretty sure he swam here. And somebody should really check his green card, because I really think that he needs to be deported back. No, he lived or was born in Puerto Rico, I guess. I don't know whatever they do over there. I don't know what they call it being born. But he was born in Puerto Rico, and I believe he lived in the ice hills of Alaska or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. What a weird place to be for a Puerto Rican. And now he hails from the ghettos of Elgin, if there's such place. Yeah. Like, even the homeless in Elgin wear North Face. It's fucking ridiculous. But anyway, this is Luis Ramirez, Dad. I can't pronounce the rest of his last name because it sounds biggish. But it's Luis, so give him a warm hand.
Oh, yeah.
Shit. I was gonna open shimmy, but like I actually never the shimmy. So I'm gonna just jump right to. Let's pretend that I shimmy. Hey, y'all saw me shimmy? So I'm gonna just go ahead and jump to, the fucking joke. Okay. I'm weird, man. Alright, that's why I shimmied. We all saw it. We all were there when I shimmied. And the fact that I'm weird, that's why I get into really fucking weird situations. And I'll take you back to when I was in high school. I had to shit really, really bad. I mean, it's terrible how bad I had to shit. It was like if a baby was just crowning back there. It was just, moms will understand what I mean, because it was just fucking terrible. So I'm just, fucking walking down the hall, just like squeezing my ass cheeks together so this child doesn't just push out. And finally I get to the bathroom. And, I get to the bathroom, I get to the stall, I go to the handicap stall because that's where I like to shit. I don't know about you guys. And so I get to the stall, and I stop for a second, alright? There's shit pounding out of my ass, so I stop to take off my shirt because I can't shit unless I take off my shirt. It's really weird, I don't know why, it's been like that since I was able to put on a shirt. If I have a shirt and I sit down, shit it won't come out. It will refuse, it'll go on strike in my ass. So, I take off my shirt and I take my time because I used to work in Old Navy. I gotta make sure shit looks good. So I neatly place it on the handicap rail where they used to get out of the seats. And I sit down and I just fucking let it go. That fucking baby just is drowning in the toilet. Right? So I'm done, man. It's been a good 15 minutes. I'm listening to Phil Collins on my phone to make it really nice. So I'm done. It's just time for me to wipe. It's time for me to finish this shit and just go on about my day. But I look over to the fucking toilet paper thing, and there's just a cardboard cylinder with like a little square of paper. And I'm like, yeah, that's not gonna fucking good. So the whole time that I've been there, just mercilessly just drowning babies on my ass, nobody's fucking walked in, right? So I'm like, alright, I can just get out of here, go to the normal people stall, and I can just wipe my ass and go on about my day, right? Okay, so I get up. This is a fucking mission now, alright? I'm Bruce Willis in Tears of the Sun. Alright, I have a fucking mission, and that is to get the contents of my ass to the next stall so I can get rid of them, right? So I grab my shirt, I throw it off my fucking shoulder, I get a firm grip on my dick and ball because I'm shirtless, and my pants are down by my ankles. I mean, you don't shit with your pants, but you don't halfway put them down, you fucking put them down. So I creak the door open and look, nobody fucking came in. Alright, I'm good to go, right? So I fucking step out, and I look, and the first fucking thing I see, there's like a 7th grader standing by the door, just fucking like, what the fuck? And I'm just sweaty, half naked, no shirt, holding my dick and balls, and I got uncomfortable. So I just fucking started. And I heard that kid was like in the insane house now, and he started hearing voices and shit in his head. So yeah, weird things tend to happen to me. And I think a lot of it was my last 2 years of high school, I was placed in alternative education. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but it's fucking hell. What alternative ed is, it's essentially for bad behavior students or, fucking socially unacceptable behavior, like maybe shimmying in front of the fucking kids. So I got put in there. I remember the first day, I thought I was in there because I had low credits. Because I moved from Alaska to Oklahoma, and, there's a credit difference or whatever. So I remember the first day I walked in, I was thinking I'm a fucking badass because I'm in alt ed. There's where they put all the fucking crazy motherfuckers, right? I walk in, and the first thing I see is this guy that looks like a gorilla, and he's fucking dressed like a cowboy, and he's just beating his head against the fucking wall. Grunting and shit, he's like, ugh! Fucking walls just. So, I'm like, well, I'm not touching that guy. That guy's fucking weird. So I did the next logical thing. There was just one more guy there, and he was sitting down, and he was on the computer. I sat next to the guy, and, I'm not saying because I'm a badass, right? So I'm like, what are you in here for, man? And he fucking looks at me, and he was like really hyped. He was shaking and shit. And he was like, I'm here because I'm all I was like, you're here because you what? And what he had said was, because I'm not going to try and repeat it because I look like I'm having a stroke when I imitate him. He had told me that he was there because he was selling crack and because he was on crack. Which was believable because it was in signal. So I fucking, I'm like, waiting for him to ask me, what are you in here for, man? And I told him I was like, fucking skipping school and shit. So I'm a fucking G. And we were just kind of working. He was, spazzing out with his, crackhead tendencies and shit. And he looks at me, he just fucking looks at me like an ostrich, like his face is. And I'm like, you need anything, man? He's like, yeah, man, you want to see my dick for $5? It's fucking huge, man. And I'm like, I'm gonna have to pass on that. It sounds fucking cool though, but I'm fucking good. I am great. I'm good to go. And yeah, he said he had a big dick. I don't know. That's fucking crazy though. Alt ed had a really, really big effect on my ass ratio because being in alt ed, I didn't have an access to the amount of ass that you would get if you were not in alt ed, if that makes any sense. Also, my sister was in regular school, so she was just fucking, she thinks she's funny. For her own fucking entertainment, she'd tell people I was a serial killer with a cocaine habit. And I don't know why she did that. She thought that shit was fucking funny. And I didn't know, here's the fucked up part, I had no idea that this fucking new school thought I was a serial cocaine addict until I walked up to this girl thinking I was, hot shit, and I said, hi, how are you? And she fucking drops her binders and shit, don't kill me! Fucking ran out, and I'm like, the fuck? What the fuck is that? So, not getting a lot of ass because I was an alt ed, I turned into like a compulsive masturbator. Just jacking off took most of my time, like I just all day. And but it wasn't just like a regular, like everybody here is jacked off before if you're a guy. I know that for a fucking fact. Alright? It wasn't like an average jack off. It was like a whoa, kind of slow down. Like if they throw me in an insane asylum, the fucking crazy guy there would be like, that fucking guy's crazy. All he does is jack off. He's fucking insane. And I just compulsive. That was just my whole memory of my junior year was just that was it. That's how I remember my junior year. And it's crazy shit. I saw X-Men the other day. Shit was crazy. It's got these like handicapped guys with powers and shit. And there's this guy in a wheelchair and he can fucking move shit with his mind and make you do whatever the fuck he wants, And I was like, man, I would love to have a power, right? But it wouldn't be like just a regular X-Men power. It'd be some different shit. Like, I sat there and I thought about it for like 25 to 30 minutes. Like, I was just in deep thought about my power, right? And this is what I came up with. what I would do is I would have a form of telekinesis, but what it is I would fucking put my hands like that, and I would just make fucking dicks just pop out of nowhere. But that's not it. It was just if you can make dicks pop out of nowhere, that's useful power. But what I would do with these fucking magical flying dicks is whenever people piss me off, I fucking slap them in the face with these fucking giant dicks. And it wouldn't be just regular, they'd be fucking like soaked in soap and shit. So that'd be a cool power to have. And then like you guys have seen Fantasia, Mickey Mouse, right? I would just fucking make a bunch of dicks come out of nowhere and like clean my house and shit. I would just put like a wizard hat on and fucking have dicks clean my house and shit. And they're already covered in soap, so they would clean everything just right. So yeah, magic dicks, all 10. I lost my virginity at 18. So you guys were coming, that's why I thought, in my head I was, before I lost my virginity, when you're about to lose your virginity, you know that shit's happening, you know what I'm saying? It's tense and you're like, oh, this shit's about to go down. So before I lost it, I had just, a room of people coming in my head, but little did I know the fucking tragic story that would be the loss of my virginity. Because I had no fucking idea what to do. And it wasn't like a regular, what do I do? It was like I fucking had no idea, right? So we're making out, and I fucking climb on, and I'm fucking I'm weird. I can shit shirtless, but I can't have sex with a shirt, or shirtless. I have to have a shirt when I have, for some weird reason. I've only had sex twice, and those 2 times I had a fucking shirt. I had to have it. She's like, take it off. And I'm like, no, it's just fucking staying. So anyway, so I'm on, and I have no idea what to do. She does this thing where she wrapped her legs around me, and she's like, I'm ready. All right, let's get it. For the longest time, I was like an old computer, just trying to calculate some shit that you don't even know. Like algebra, for trying to use a Game Boy to do algebra. Like a fucking Game Boy can't do algebra. So I'm like, all right, can't come up. So I asked her, I was like, did you have any fun with the friend that goes in or whatever? She was frustrated by now. She's breathing oh my god, this fucking guy. So she fucking just rudely grabs my ding dong or whatever, the hostess thing. She fucking just crudely just grabs it she's fucking gonna just throw it out the window. And she just inserts it, right? If she would have put a floppy disk in a computer, but she's like, yeah. So I'm thinking, all right, cool, it's in, I'm good to go. All I gotta do is this. But see, that's not all you have to do, man. You have to be in sync. To be able to have good sex, you have to be you both have to be like a swan. I don't know why I said a swan. Yeah. You both have to have the same, it's like a soul type of thing, right? So I'm I'm looking at her and she's just her fucking eyes are looking around and shit. And I'm thinking, what the fuck can she be thinking about at a time like this? She's taking my virginity and she's looking at the fucking stain on the wall. And I go in again, and I'm I have no idea what I'm doing. So she goes, just keep going. Just like that. Just fucking go. I'm okay. I didn't shimmy. I wasn't comfortable with it. I didn't shimmy. But I get to keep going and she's fucking playing with her hair and shit. She wasn't even into it. She was like, ah. So finally, I go, you know what? I'm gonna motivate myself because this is I told myself, I was like, you're a fucking athlete and you've got to get the goal and you've got to make it orgasm. That's what you have to do. Right over the thing where the football ball goes or whatever. So in bright colored neon letters, I fucking my head it works like a thing, like a screen. In bright neon letters, the first thing that came to my head to motivate myself is BAM! And I rolled with it. I was like, all right, bam, I can deal with this shit. So I was like, where's the stool, Greg?
your water's on it.
Oh, well, hold on, guys. Okay, I had the joke pictured out a lot funnier when the stool was like right there. So I was like, BAM! BAM! And then I started gaining momentum. I felt like a stone. It was just fun. BAM, 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 BAM. And I was just fucking, for like 30 seconds, BAM, 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 just fucking nailing it. And then, for some reason, I didn't achieve orgasm. She sure as hell she had no orgasm at all. She was still playing with it. And I started crying. I was so frustrated. I was like, this doesn't make any fucking sense. So I started crying, and I just I was on top, you know, and I just fell over. Started crying and shit. She started laughing and got up. She got her purse and her shit and left. And, you know, that whole time that me and her, we broke up afterwards, not too long after, you know, the worst story of my life, we broke up. And the whole time I'm thinking, it was her fucking fault. I had nothing to do with why we broke up. But maybe it's because I was bad at sex. Maybe it's because I didn't take my shirt off. Maybe it was because a week later, I saw her holding hands with the guy from class that said he had a big dick. So I guess I'm fucking small compared to the crackhead guy that's using my dick. So that was my virginity. And that was my closing joke. So now you guys know how I lost my virginity and that I shit. That's something you can't unknow now, that I shit shirtless. And wherever we're hanging out and I fucking go to the bathroom and I'm there for more than 5 minutes, I'm shirtless and I'm taking a shit. And that's my set. Thank you for coming.
And that concludes our evening. We appreciate you all coming by and supporting us. That's amazing that so many people showed up. And since we did so well, I'm going to talk to